Hello, everyone. I'm Vincenzo Calla, and welcome to Top 10. Today, I'm joined by the Mayor of Ottawa, Jim Watson, for episode 18. Thank you, Jim, for joining me today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
So let's get right into these fun and simple questions. The first question, we start off simple, is what is your favorite color?
Red.
Red. Question 2, what is your favorite book?
I have a lot of them. I'm actually reading one that I think is turning into one of my favorites, an autobiography by Peter Mansbridge, the former anchor of The National, which ironically I gave a key to the city to a couple of years ago because he used to live in Ottawa. He went to Glebe Collegiate.
That one's actually on my reading list. I haven't got to it yet, but that is one that I've been wanting to read for a while now. The third question is, what is your favorite movie?
I think Dead Poets Society, I would say, is my favorite movie.
The fourth question, what is your favorite TV show?
The West Wing, and if I can give a second, The Simpsons.
Perfect.
I model my career after Mayor Quimby.
Mayor Quimby. You seem to have more ethics than him, though. But Mayor Quimby is a funny character. And The West Wing, everybody tells me to watch it. I'm starting to watch them. I'm finding them on DVD because they're not anywhere else. So I'm starting to build up my DVDs and starting to watch that show soon. So
it's a good show. I had the chance to meet Martin Sheen, President Bartlett, when he was in Ottawa for the We celebration. I met him at the Prime Minister's house, and he's really short, but a great actor.
Well, I've heard great things about everything on that show, and I'm sure with my love of politics, I'll enjoy it. The fifth question, what is your favorite meal?
I'd have to say roast beef, mashed potatoes, corn, peas, and Yorkshire pudding.
The classic, good classic meal.
Pizza from Newport.
Pizza too. We have lots of great pizza places here in Ottawa.
That's good.
The sixth question, what is your favorite type of dessert?
I like apple pie, homemade apple pie, or blueberry pie, or pumpkin pie. I like pie very much. With lots of crust. It's not good for my heart or veins, but pie would be my favorite dessert.
I always look forward to the fall for all the pies and the local places that I go to here in my community, Barrhaven. I even leave Barrhaven to go get some good desserts in the fall because it's my favorite.
You gotta watch for the church dinners that they have. There's a great one in Ashton, which is part of rural Ottawa, and there are other church basement dinners. They're really the best.
They are. And the seventh question is, what is your favorite hobby?
That's a good question. It's not really a hobby. I like to I collect political posters, so I have my garage filled with political posters from all over the world. Not much of a hobby. You put it up there and then you watch them. I used to, as a kid, had a small printing press, and I would print business cards and letterhead. And I'd like to get back into that as I start my retirement from politics, of just buying an old press and doing, business cards or stationery to give away as gifts. So that was a hobby I did for a number of years as a kid. And then I love to ski. I haven't skied in a while. I used to be a ski patroller as a volunteer out at Mont Cascade for a number of years. So those kinds of things.
Some great things. And above me right here, I have some political posters as well from the 60s and the 80s. And in my basement office, I have election signs from recent elections. So definitely something fun and so many great things there. The eighth question is, what is a vacation that you have always wanted to take?
I've been very fortunate. I've traveled a lot with my career. When I was president of the Tourism Commission, we had offices in 15 countries. I really like to go to Greece and Spain, and Scotland and Ireland. Those are four. I've traveled a lot in Canada. I love Canada, not just because I was the head of tourism in Canada, but I've been to every province and territory at least twice, and love everything. Last year I went to PEI for a week. I went up to Dawson City in the Yukon. I've been fishing in Yellowknife. I love Nova Scotia. The prairies. I probably will take a train trip across Canada after my term of office is over, just because we live in such a beautiful country. we sometimes take it for granted.
Definitely, and lots of great places here in Canada that I've always wanted to visit, and that so many Canadians say they want to visit. The ninth question: what is something that you have always wanted to do?
You know what? That's a good question. When you said it to me, I couldn't really think of anything that I really wanted to do. Anything I've wanted to do, I've sort of done. So I'm not. You don't want to live a life of regret. So I wish I'd done that, or I should have done that. But I really can't think of anything that comes to mind that I really want to do. I've been very blessed to be able to, travel a fair amount and do things, have jobs that I've really enjoyed. Every day with every job I've had, I've looked forward to coming in the morning and turning on the lights and trying to do my best at the job.
Well, definitely, and especially, I guess now in your retirement from politics, you'll be able to maybe see things that you haven't seen before, and then learn about things that you do want to do. So that's what I'm sure you'll have time to do that and travel and all those sorts of things. And finally, the last question I always like to ask everybody is, what is one piece of life advice that you'd like to give?
Well, I guess maybe, when I was Minister of Health Promotion, one of the things that really startled me was the challenges this generation is facing with their own personal health and the impact that's going to have long term on the healthcare system. The healthcare system, as we know right now, is pretty shattered. With all of the the delays and emergency wards, and if I was to give advice to a group of grade fives, take phys ed, stay physically fit, do whatever you can to remain healthy, eat healthy, stay away from smoking and drugs and alcohol, and get out and exercise, because we've seen a 300% increase in obesity rates amongst kids, and that's just going to follow them through their adult life, and it's going to put an enormous strain on the individual. Obesity leads to diabetes, to heart failure, to forms of cancer, and you know what? You can get that treated with exercise. You can do things on your own. But those individuals will then come and, quite frankly, clog the healthcare system, so that people who really need to be in healthcare for legitimate reasons are going to have a tougher time getting service. So, I see too many people who are, not that I'm twiggy or thin or anything, but, I think we need to do a better job of convincing people at an early stage to stay physically active, eat healthy, and do what you can to remain healthy, because I see too many people who are seniors who have a lot of long-term healthcare problems because they started off as a young person not on the right foot.
Definitely, and just stay healthy, and even go for a walk every day in your neighborhood. Go around, look at things, have a nice walk, enjoy nature.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say it, and I try to cycle around because we're such a beautiful city. I live not too far from the Ottawa River, so I can get the Ottawa River path system, 5-minute bike ride from my house. So, there's no excuse. We've invested, over $80 million in bike lanes and pedestrian and biking bridges, like the Flora Footbridge and the Glebe and the Adelwa Crossing and in Overbrook Sandy Hill, and we got the Jackie Holtzman Bridge on the Queensway, the Marion Wilkinson Bridge on the Queensway. So lots of linkages to other parts of the city, and lots of segregated paths as well.
For sure. So that is all for today. Thank you, Jim, so much for joining me. If you like today's interview, make sure to go check out my other interview with Jim on YouTube for Let's Discuss Politics. To stay updated, make sure to follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and here on Instagram at BC Productions 25. Check out my website, VincenzoCalla.com. Make sure to like and share this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and choose to get notifications there. The link's in my bio. Top 10 is a VCalla Production. So until the next video, I'm Vincenzo Calla signing up. Thank you.